Warm welcome, you're watching To The Point. I'm Preeti Chaudhary. Let's quickly dive into the latest news break that's coming in from Karnataka, where the Game of Thrones continue to play. Karnataka, Game of Thrones only escalates. Chief Minister's veiled response to DK Shivakumar. Siddaramaiah says, our word not a mere slogan, word not power unless it better the world. Well, a cryptic reply after DKS's cryptic social media post. Now Sidhu's veiled attack. Siddaramaiah responds to DKS's cryptic word power post there. It's only getting all the more interesting. What we also know is that both of them have been summoned to the national capital by the Congress High Command on the 29th of November. Apurva, my colleague, going to take us through this latest news break that's coming in. Apurva, as cryptic as it is, explain what exactly is that Siddaramaiah is trying to say.
Well, Preeti, it's become a, battle between DKS and Siddaramaiah, and especially now it's gone to the social media front as well. Earlier on, we'd seen DK Shivakumar putting up a cryptic message saying that the word means the world to people, and it's some in a way kind of hinting that the 2.5-year promise that had been made ahead of the Karnataka Congress government being formed here just 2.5 years earlier, and now yet again we're seeing a retort back of sorts by the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who's going on and saying that a word is not power unless it betters the world for people. In fact, Siddaramaiah has also gone ahead. This is the photo that I can show you, in which it says, our word to Karnataka is not a slogan, it means the world to us. So, both these leaders, they're playing, rhyme of words there between each other, alliteration that is going on, all the English grammar that you want, you can see from the words that are coming out from the mouth of these two leaders. But ultimately, we have to wait and see what the High Command is going to say. Is there going to be a meeting of sorts that will be arranged by the High Command for both these leaders, be it Chief Minister Siddaramaiah or Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar, where they will converge and meet at Delhi there amongst the High Command leaders and will take a cognitive decision. What is going to be the outcome that is going to come? Will DK be able to attain the so-called coveted throne here in Karnataka after 2.5 years of his tenure as Deputy Chief Minister, or will Siddaramaiah wait out until the end of his term, ultimately into his retiring that he has planned for in 2026 of March or moreover. So it's going to be a play that will be cast out, but who is going to be the real winners? That's something that we will have to wait and watch for. Essentially, remember, it is a power play that is being made by each of these leaders to have an important factor of caste that is also being played into here as well. DKS being a tall Vokaliga leader, while on the other side you have a strong stalwart OBC leader there, Adhiga leader there from in terms of the essence that you see from Siddaramaiah. So you have a caste that is being played into this, promises that are either going to be kept or be broken. All of this points down to what the High Command is going to say in just 24 to 48 hours from now.
All right, Apurva, thank you for joining us with that latest coming in. Not so much in terms of anyone coming out and saying anything, but the social media game now quite on, and you can actually understand then the rift that is taking place between both the powerful factions of the incumbent Chief Minister and the incumbent Deputy CM, where it was only but yesterday that DK Shivakumar had seemed to suggest that word is the world to some, practically suggesting he was given the word where it came down to 2.5 years of power sharing as Chief Minister of Karnataka. Well, today, in a very cryptic response to that, Siddaramaiah has come out and said, our word, not a mere slogan. Very interesting how it's all playing out. On the face of it, both of them say we are united, but both of them will be in the national capital on the 29th of November, where a meeting with the High Command is scheduled. Let's quickly cut across to the next bit of news break. All right, just the day after Grap 3 curbs revoked in the national capital, Delhi's air quality once again has plunged to severe category. National capital recorded an AQI of 381 today, severe air quality recorded by 14 AQI stations. All of this in the wake where only yesterday Grap 3 measures were revoked. But all it has taken is 24 hours again for the air quality index of the national capital to plummet to the severe category.
The air is still toxic, lungs are still burning. Yet, the strictest curbs are already gone. Grap 3 has been lifted in Delhi, even as pollution continues to hover in the very poor category. The Commission for Air Quality Management Subcommittee revoked Grap 3, citing a steady improvement in Delhi's air over the last 3 days.
CUCM की तरफ से ग्रैप 3 को विड्रॉ कर दिया गया है। अब मात्र ग्रैप 2 की रिस्ट्रिक्शंस दिल्ली पे रहेंगी। जो स्कूल्स हाइब्रिड चल रहे थे वो रिस्ट्रिक्शन को भी ख़त्म कर दिया गया है। जो 50% होम का था उस रिस्ट्रिक्शन को भी ख़त्म कर दिया गया। केवल ग्रैप 2 की रिस्ट्रिक्शंस दिल्ली पर लागू होंगी।
So what restrictions are still in place? Under Grap Stage 1, dust control at all construction sites is mandatory. Open burning of any kind remains completely banned. Eateries and food vendors cannot use coal or firewood and must shift to clean fuels. Grap Stage 2 remains active as well. Non-emergency diesel generator sets are banned. Daily mechanical sweeping and water sprinkling continue across the city, and the public is strongly advised to use public transport and limit private vehicle use. Despite the rollback of stricter curbs, Delhi's air continues to pose a serious health risk. A look at the air quality trend shows little real relief. On November 22nd, AQI was 370. It rose to 391 on November 23. On November 24, it stood at 382. It dipped to 353 on November 25. Improved briefly to 327 on November 26, but today, November 27, AQI is back up at 351, firmly in the very poor zone. As the capital chokes, the political fight has intensified. A fresh flashpoint has erupted over Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saksena's announcement of a hot air balloon tourism project over the Yamuna floodplains, unveiled even as the city battles hazardous air. Last year, the LG had sharply criticized the Delhi government over pollution control. This year, the balloon project has triggered accusations of mixed messaging.
पिछले साल तक जब अरविंद केजरीवाल की सरकार थी तो सड़कों पे उतरते थे, बाकायदा 250-250 अफसरों को लेके उतरते थे और उन्होंने कहा 74% प्रदूषण जो है वो दिल्ली का अपना प्रदूषण है, जो कि ठीक हो सकता है अगर नीयत ठीक हो। तो क्या आज रेखा गुप्ता जी की नीयत ठीक नहीं है? क्या रेखा गुप्ता जी एलजी विनय सक्सेना से परामर्श नहीं कर रही हैं?
With winter setting in and pollution sources still active across North India, the relief remains fragile. Grap 3 may be rolled back for now, but Delhi's air remains dangerous and the political battle over responsibility is only growing sharper. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's cut across for our political face-off this evening. Joining me, Neoma Gupta, BJP spokesperson, as well as Anmol Pawar, national spokesperson, Aam Aadmi Party. Neoma Gupta, on a lighter note, have you gone up in the hot air balloon? It's quite a smoggy evening.
No, I haven't.
Are you intending to?
I have no intentions of doing anything like that on a lighter note.
So you do admit that the LG has come up with a harebrained idea on an eve where we are seeing AQI and on the severe index?
No, I'm not saying anything like that. I have a fear of heights and that's why I'm not going. Having said that.
Not a fear of pollution, Neoma? That's quite...
Getting on a stronger note, our government at both the state and central level have taken serious cognizance of the air pollution issue, which we all know has been plaguing Delhi for more than 10 years. Excuse me. We have said and maintained this, and we genuinely are doing our best and putting in every single effort we can across all departments. But we need a little time and patience from you all.
Does
And
that mean, to begin with, the hot air balloon rides will be suspended?
I cannot speak on that behalf, but I can tell you the steps we are taking, which are more concrete based. And I'd rather talk about those things which are related to the debate as of now.
And this is related to the debate, Neoma. This is a
hot
air balloon
it
tourism
is
project which is
tourist
inviting
Indies
Delhiites to
doing.
come
I'm
and
just
take a...
speaking.
Okay, make your point.
Thank you. Having said that, the Union Minister of Environment, Bhupinder Yadavji, in fact, he chaired a very interesting review meeting yesterday, whereby now all NCR states were instructed to undertake a comprehensive mapping of all the green spaces, such as the forest, water body catchment areas, revenue lands, nursery. Based on this, the states will now prepare a micro plan for the next few years to identify areas to take up plantations. So the steps which we are taking up are scientifically planned.
Okay.
Their tech-enabled and convergence-based district-wide strategy is because to ensure strengthening of NCR's green efforts. Apart from that, on a daily basis, the war footing has been going on since the time we've come into power. We've increased Delhi's capacity for legacy waste processing. I'm not saying all these steps have given us all the results which are there, but we are carrying 10 years of luggage, which requires some amount of time to remove every pollutant possible in the relatable city.
All right, so you're saying it's 10 years of luggage, but having said that, what you speak of is a long-term plan. I would reckon for short-term plan, number one, what seems at least, on the face of it, not a great idea that Delhiites be invited to take hot air balloon rides where the AQI is in severe category. That be suspended. Grap 3, which was revoked yesterday, many are scratching their heads on why in the world was Grap 3 revoked, because as I speak, we are back in the severe category. I'll come back to that, but the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson is also with us, Anmol Pawar. Your party constantly does say that, Mr. Pawar, suddenly the LG is now taking hot air balloon rides while when you were in government, he was going after you, which was right. But away from all of that, Anmol Pawar, the BJP is very clear. They have too much baggage. You put zero protocol in place where it came down to tackling pollution. You came up with your own harebrained schemes, like where it came down to traffic, which is odd and even days. It takes time, and they're trying to battle with it.
Good evening, Preeti ji. Preeti ji, the right to breathe clean air, right to healthy environment, and right to life, it's not a luxury, it's a fundamental right enshrined in Article 21 of the Constitution of our country. And today, that same right stands
Anmol, did you not
violated.
read this when you were in power in Delhi? It's coming in a tad 10 years too late, no?
Preeti ji, when we were in power in Delhi, we took all measures to ensure that Delhi becomes cleaner and greener, and that's why the pollution level reduced by more than 40%. But here's the reality. Look at the reality. It's a WHO report which shows that 13 out of the most polluted 20 cities in the world are in India. Here's another report, WHO report, which says that 83 out of the most polluted 100 cities in Asia, they are in India. And the same BJP-led four-engine government, they have, which cannot even guarantee the basic dignity of breathing safely and has failed the people in the most fundamental manner. Rather than taking any action, they are busy manipulating and fudging AQI data. We saw that how India Today report, one of the reporters showed us that how water was being sprinkled by the MCD tankers near the pollution monitoring station. And today, this rising pollution, it has crossed all limits of human endurance. What we are witnessing today is a full-blown national health emergency. Delhi has become a gas chamber, and air is so poisonous that it feels like punishment. And look at their intent. I'll show you their intent. Here's one of the report which shows that they have only spent 1% of the budget which was allocated to environment. Out of 858 crores, 1% to environment ministry has been used. That is their intent. They made a winter pollution action plan, out of which they forget to include 13 hotspots which included Anand Vihar, one of the most polluted space. Here's the Honorable Supreme Court, which recognized the fact that pollution is a pan-India problem.
Okay.
There are states, 22
But
states
okay,
are being
Mr.
ruled by
Pawar,
BJP.
you know, you've
and
gone
they are
on
in
for a while, and it's a spirited argument only if you had made it during your own term, because not much has quite changed. It's only a change
10
in government,
seconds.
sir.
10
No, no,
seconds.
and you speak of how much the Delhi government till now, they've only been in power for about less than a year. They've spent on environment. Do you really want me to go through your track record, sir, on how much the Aam Aadmi Party had spent on environment in your term? I'd like you to give me that figure, because the figure I give you could be rather embarrassing. But I'll come back to you. I want to bring in Neoma back into this conversation.
Yeah.
The point, Neoma Gupta, is very clear. You revoke Grap 3, which was, nobody understands why, because today we are back into the severe category. Number two, till now, is there an understanding that this is not a Delhi problem? You went after the Delhi government,
Yes.
which was headed by the Aam Aadmi Party, holding the Aam Aadmi Party solely responsible for the AQI index in Delhi. This is not a Delhi problem. This is a problem pan-India, especially where Delhi is concerned, across NCR, where states which are run by you, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, contribute to what is taking place in Delhi in terms of converting it into a gas chamber.
Okay, so I'll go step by one. So you said, why was Grap 3 revoked, right? So this is because according to the CAQM, Delhi's AQI was improving in the last 3 days, and it was recently at a 327. The forecast by the IMD and the IITM predicted
Ma'am,
that
today as we speak, we broke that
I
news
know.
right before. We are back into the severe category.
If you allow me to speak, I'll tell you
Please.
why it was revoked. Okay. So the forecast by the IMD and the IITM predicted that the AQI to remain in the very poor category in the same coming days and not deteriorate to severe. Since stage 3 is for severe of AQI, it was hence revoked, and GRAP 1 and 2 remained in force as per protocol, and the same process was followed in the previous years when deviations like this happened. Now that this air quality has become severe, steps will be taken accordingly. Secondly, when it comes to Delhi pollution, we are concurrently, as I told you, the union minister sat down, reviewed, and understood the fact that green plantation has to be improved pan all around Delhi itself and within Delhi. Concurrently, our state government is not only doubling, but I would say tripling down on the efforts to reduce pollution. I'll give you small steps in Delhi. Like, you have to increase Delhi's capacity for legacy waste processing, which never happened in the past. Additionally, like, you have to do waste to energy capacity of like 7,000 tons, which have been added. Further, about 240 of the industrial areas in NCR, the PNG infrastructure, which is now available in 224. I think about 96% of the industries have shifted to approved fuels. The CAQM has also constituted a dedicated cell to track real-time source emission from industries in this area. We are properly utilizing central funds under the NCAP. In fact, just yesterday, 14 mechanical road sweepers. These are
Neoma
expected
Gupta,
to
the charge is very clear that you're fudging AQI data. You are doing what it takes to mask what the actual figures are where Delhi is concerned. This has also been proven, ma'am.
So all the allegations they're making about fudging data, etc., are, how can you say that everything which we are saying is fundamentally wrong? Please understand, while all the data is coming to us, we are constantly taking constructive steps. I mean, if you're saying the center, like for example, as I was mentioning, they've cleared 4 additional sweepers under the Urban Development Fund, which will take like a total fleet size to 70, closure directions to like 15,
Ma'am,
56 non-compliant units.
I'm running out of time. This is a long debate and we must have it
Fair
actually
enough,
by
but
the end
what
of
I'm
this
trying
week.
to say, steps are being taken.
I want to bring in the Aam
current
Aadmi Party spokesperson for 30 seconds. Go ahead, sir. Final.
Preeti ji, they said that they need time to reduce pollution. They have governments in 22 states. They are ruling at the center for the last 12 years. What have they done to reduce pollution? Absolutely nothing. And earlier they used to blame Arvind Kejriwal ji. Now that we are not in Delhi, now they are pinning the blame on farmers of Punjab, whom they used to call Khalistani, Atankwadi, and Andolan Jivi. And they got a slap on their face when the CAQM chief published this report, which said that state on the cusp of stubble burning revolution. And when their own minister in the Parliament House in Rajya Sabha stated that Punjab records 85% drop in stubble burning, this was a statement given by Kirti Vardhan Singh, their own minister. And now they have submitted an affidavit before the Honorable Supreme Court which states that only 1% of the stubble burning contributes to Delhi's pollution, but they are not working on the factors which are the main reasons for pollution in Delhi, that is vehicular pollution, dust pollution, which their own Lieutenant Governor said.
Okay. You know,
Children's wake
I
up
should be
sucking
allowed to
senior
continue.
gas for air.
Okay, you've got 20
Hospitals are
seconds.
overflowing.
Nyuma Gupta, 20
I
seconds.
just
1
want
second.
to say people of Delhi have understood that they are seeing improvements, and instead of being provoked by the opposition who after decades of failure want to convince people that they should expect a Christmas miracle, it does not work like that. You were
That's
an epic
exactly what
failure
Arvind
then, you're an
Kejriwal
epic
said, ma'am.
failure now.
That is what exactly Arvind Kejriwal had said, that if you expect a miracle, it doesn't work like that during his term. But yes,
We are
I would
taking
think
less scientific-
Delhiites today do expect a miracle and not an invitation to ride through the pollution, to look at the Yamuna floodplains in a hot air balloon. And we're going to leave it at that because ultimately collateral are the Delhi citizens. Thank you, both of you, for joining us. We're going to have a larger, a more fruitful debate on Delhi pollution, and not just Delhi. Bombay today is in a severe category where pollution is concerned.